How's it going, everybody? It's Carl here, and today we're going to be replacing the front struts on the Saturn and bleeding all four brakes. But since I don't have my girlfriend here to help me with the bleeding part, we're just going to do the struts because that's a one-person job. So let's get right into it. Let's unbox these struts, see what we got going, and we'll go from there. We got one strut here. I don't know if there's a left and a right, so we're going to figure that out quick. But got a hell of a deal on these. They were $40 on Rock Auto because they were having a closeout sale. So it looks like, let's see. So this could be just this side. It could be just universal, I'm gonna guess. It could be either side. So, but this side looks definitely what is going over here. So that's perfect. So let's get this out of the way. I want to see what else is in the box real quick. And we get 3 new shock tower nuts, and there's a rivet in there. I don't know what the rivet's for, but we'll find out real quick here, I'm sure. And it doesn't look like anything else is in the box other than instructions, so. But I am definitely curious what this rivet is for. But I guess that's why you read instructions, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's, I don't know what that rivets could be for, but maybe something up top? No, I don't think so. I don't know, maybe there's a bushing got a rivet. I don't know. Yeah, well, we're going to figure that out real quick here. Bolts on the driver's side came out pretty easy. So the hardest part was pretty much just cracking the nut with a extended wrench just real quick. But these nuts should come off pretty easy, and then we can pop the whole strut out, put the new one in, and I'm probably going to have to get alignment because I can see the bottom plate here, there's some room for play. It's your camber adjustment right there. So I may have to go in and get an alignment. You know, it's only like $100, so that's not the end of the world. Driver's side is completely out, and this is why we're replacing it, because there's definitely some leaking that's been going on for a while. So obviously it's not performing like it should. So we'll get the new one mounted in there and at least get everything snug tight for now. And I got to figure out where that rivet goes. I'm not really sure. Maybe I don't even need to use it, but because I read the instructions, they didn't say anything about a rivet, so hard to say though. All right, the driver's side is in. All I got to do is just check all the torque specs for everything and then torque it, and this side will be done. But I'm going to do the other side, at least get it installed. And I never figured out what this rivet is for, so I guess it's just extra hardware. This side was the same way, just had to crack the nuts, bolts came right out. Now I gotta do the shock tower nuts. Strut on the passenger side is in. Actually, this took like literally under 5 minutes. So now I'm gonna just quickly read up on the torque specs and we'll get everything torqued up, and then we'll be good to go there. All the nuts and bolts have been torqued, so now we're on to bleeding the brakes. So it's been 5+ days since I put the struts in on the front, and over that course of the 5 days, I've tried bleeding the brakes around 3 times. And I ran into this problem where, so the pedal feels firm when the car is off, but then you start the car, pedal goes right to the floor. So that's telling me one of 2 things. There is a lot of air still left in the system, or the master cylinder is bad. And maybe that's why I had a pretty soft pedal, even driving around before doing the brakes, because the master cylinder was slowly going bad. But I don't know that yet. I'm leaning towards there's a lot of air in the system. So this is what I got. So when I've tried to bleed the brakes, I was doing it, you know, the traditional way. You put somebody in the car and, you know, pump the brakes. And the reason I didn't use a vacuum bleeder is because my Matco Tools one, I lost the hose for it, and they do not sell a replacement hose. So what I did was I just took a shot in the dark of Amazon. You know, it was like $10 for this replacement hose, and I did not get lucky, and the coupler does not fit. It's like just a little bit off. So, you know, whatever, right? And so then I'm like, all right, I'll bite the bullet. I found a Speedy Vac, right? It's the same thing as Matco Tools, except it's half the freaking cost. right? It's unreal what Matco does. So I bought it for 50 bucks. You know, this was $100 new, and it's literally the exact same thing that I had before, but now it has the hose, the right hose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fitting on this one, and you know, also it looks like I'm just going to have 2 vacuum bleeders, and I think what I'll do is I'll try to find a coupler or something to put on the end of this that matches that, and then I just have 2. So working, you know, vacuum bleeders. But yeah, so I'm going to put a fitting on the new one, and then we're going to go to town and bleed the brakes. I did get a bunch of extra brake fluid for my work, so we should have plenty of brake fluid to bleed away for a while. So yep, let's get a fitting on, and then we'll hop right into it. And then we're going to start on the passenger rear side first. This is my last pre-Teflon fitting, so at least it's going to go to good use. I got the fitting on, got the tool all hooked up, so I'm ready to see what this tool can do. So I've bled and bled and bled the brakes with the power bleeder, or the vacuum bleeder, and still pedals going to the floor. I gained a little bit off the pedal, but not much, you know, just by doing all 4 brakes. Like, I mean, I've gained like very little, you know, on the pedal. So I'm thinking we're gonna do a master cylinder on it too. So Napa wanted $120 for a master cylinder, and I thought that was just insane. So I go on Rock Auto, and Factory Motor Parts has one for $40, and then plus shipping obviously from Rock Auto, but that's, I can live with that. So we're gonna get this bench bled, and you know, we got plugs in here, so once we do get it bench bled, we can put these on and just leave it until we figure out a way to get the old one off. And I should have, I'm thinking, yes, I do got a bleeder kit. Hopefully I have all the right fittings I need for all 4, because I think I got to do all 4. So yeah, let's I'll get it set up on a vise. We'll get all this hooked up, get some fluid in it, and we're gonna bench bleed it. I got the master all set up on the vise. We got all the fittings in, all the lines going in, so now we can fill it up with fluid and start pushing with a screwdriver. I got the master pretty well bled, so now they gave me these plugs that I'm gonna put in just to hold it, and so I don't have to do anything just yet. But the problem is 2 of the plugs are the same, but then when I went and put all these in, they're all 4 different. So we're about to find out which one is different, and I may have to go run out and buy some more. Maybe I'll just leave whatever line it happens to be in and not worry about it. But I know this blue one right here goes here, so we're going to start with this one and then work our way around. So again, the master is bled, and I quickly found out which of the plugs is not right, and we do have one incorrect one, so I'll just have to leave the hose and the fitting in there when I replace the master cylinder. But I'm going to end the video here because it is getting kind of long. So next video, we are just going to be replacing we're going to take out the old master cylinder, and then we're going to put the new one in, and then we'll do the whole bleeding procedure for all 4 wheels and see what we got. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.